Hello, I'm Oscar Chamat. This is the 14th day of the Platzi's English Bootcamp Challenge. I'm going to read a chapter of my favorite book, that is Nick and Nora Infinite Playlist. So here it goes. Nick. The day begins in the middle of the night. I'm not paying attention to anything but the buzz in my hand, the noise in my ears. Deb is screaming. Tom is flailing. I am the clockwork. I am the one who takes this thing called music and lines it up with this thing called time. I am the ticking. I am the pulsing. I am underneath every part of this moment. We don't have a drummer. Deb has thrown off his shirt and Tom is carrying into feedback and I am behind them. I am the generator. I am listening and I am not listening because what I'm playing isn't something I'm thinking about. It's something I'm feeling all over. All eyes are on us, or at least that's what I imagine in my stage blindness. It's a small room where a big noise, and I am the non-queer bassist in a queercore band who is filling the room with undertone as Deb sings screams FDM, FD man, I really want to FD man. I am punctuating. I am puncturing and I am punching the air with my body as my fingers press hard on the chords. Sweat, malice, and hunger pour over me. This is release, or maybe it's just a plea for release. Deb is welling now, and Tom is crashing, and even though my feet don't move, I am traveling hard. I look past the light and see people shaking, people jumping around. People watching as Deb takes the microphone into his mouth and keeps yelling the words. I throw the chords at them. I dredge them in sound waves. I am making time so loud that they have to hear it. I am stronger than words. I am bigger than the box I'm in. And then I see her in the crowd, and I fall apart. I even told her not to come. While she was busy ripping me into pieces, that was the one fragment I begged her to keep. Please don't come to the shows. I don't want to see you there. And she had said yes, and I hadn't been lying then. But it turned into a lie at some point, because here she is, and my fingers are losing their place, and my boss is losing his edge. And everything about me goes from crying out to just plain crying out. All the time it takes for me to see the shape of her lips. And then I see, oh, F, no, that she's not alone. That she is with some guy. And what she said she comes to watch me. There is no doubt in my mind that she's come so I can watch her. It's over, she said. And wasn't the biggest lie of all? I am stumbling through the notes, and Deb is on to the next verse, and Tom is playing a little faster than he should. So I have to catch up as she leans into this guy and rocks her head like I'm making this music for her. If I could, I would take it all away and give her as much silence as she's giving me pain. I try to keep up with Deb and Tom. We'll call the F-Ops tonight, but that's a new name, and I'll probably only last 3 gigs before Debs comes up with another. We already been the P yesterdays, the black handkerchief, the vengeful hairdresses, and none of your business. I don't really use my vote except to veto Deb's stupider ideas. Dude, I have to tell him. Nobody wants to see a band called The Ache. Deb's out to pierce the pierce, tattoo it, and have his way with the messy punk boys who come to our show not knowing they'll end up wanting to mess around with the guy challenging how big is your Cocker Spaniel into the mic. Deb from a town in Jersey called Lodi, and that makes perfect sense to me, since he's nothing if not an idol in reverse. Tom's from South Orange and has only had an H in his first name for the past 2 months. I'm from Hoboken, as close to the city as you can get without actually being in the city. On nights like this, with a chance to play in front of more than just friends, I'd swim across the Hudson if I had to, in order to get to this cave of a club, at least until Trish shows up and I find myself bleeding invisibly across the stage.